As far as tokenizing that GDP, you can tokenize debt. There's so much value out in the world that you're going to be able to tokenize. But the first things that are getting tokenized are bonds. And we're going to talk specifically about that here in just a second. Also, you have sThankx in a groundbreaking move. The Ripple has just tokenized bonds, $3.8 billion money market fund on the XRP ledger. Now, this is a groundbreaking step. Imagine what will happen if once these funds start looking at the quality and how quickly things can settle on the blockchain. What if more funds start to get moved, right? The world is filled with money, lots and lots of money, and institutions and banks are always looking for better ways to transfer and transport that money across the globe. If you're reading this, you have the rare opportunity to be an early adopter, right? A transformative technology, right? You've never had the opportunity to own an asset that the central banks are interested in using, right? Okay, dollars, you got me there. But like I'm talking about the technology part of it, right? The DLT part of it that central banks are using, but the SWIFT banks are going to be using, financial institutions are going to be using, corporations are going to be using, corporations are going to be using. This is incredible, right? It's like owning a piece of Visa or MasterCard, right? Those payment networks. That's exactly what we're talking about here. Currently, less than 1% of the world's physical assets are tokenized by 2030. It's widely predicted that 10% of the world's GDP, roughly 16 trillion, will be tokenized. But think about this, right? You have a part of the world's GDP, but you can also have debt, right? This is what a lot of people don't talk about when it comes to the XRP ledger. There's over $330 trillion worth of global debt in the world that you could start adding to the ledger, and that would increase the price of XRP dramatically. And then, so he was just kind of quoting some of the stuff that was highlighted here. It says, according to DeFi Llama, as of mid-2024, the total value of real-world asset tokenization is still only 6 billion. Guys, we're still in the very first innings of this much needed transfer to this new way of traditional finance and DeFi. Of this 5 billion, 99% of the tokenized assets are US Treasury bonds. Okay, let's get into this part of it, right? So Ripple to allocate 10 million to tokenize US Treasury bills on the XRP ledger. Check this out. Payments network Ripple will allocate $10 million to a tokenized version of the US Treasury bills or T-bills. That will be available on the XRP ledger for the first time. The short-term US government debt is being issued by T-bill tokens by the tokenized platform OpenEden. Now, I want to say how important this is. If you have missed this, that China and other BRICS countries are looking to move away from the US dollar. They saw what happened to Russia when Russia invaded Ukraine. A lot of the SWIFT banks ended up freezing Russia's money and confiscated it, right? Because it was in the SWIFT system. So China's looking at that saying, wow, that's not good. That makes me a little nervous, right? What if we do something the US or its allies don't like? Are they going to take my money? So China has been selling us treasury bills, right, and bonds, and that's been affecting the market dramatically. So you need something or somebody or an institution on the other side buying up the treasury bonds that are being dumped on the open market. And this is an incredible time for stable coins, especially like Ripple stablecoin, because it can fill some of that void, right? And when you're talking about how much we're dealing with here when it comes to US treasuries and these bonds, it says of April 2024, the number of US treasury securities outstanding is approximately $34.5 trillion. Okay, so what would happen, right? What would the price of XRP be if a portion of that, right? What if, let's say, half of the treasury markets wound up on the XRP ledger? Now, this is a high number, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just trying to give you an example here of how much an impact of $17 trillion could have on the XRP price. So if you have half of this 34.5 trillion is going to be 17.25, right? And that would bring the price of XRP to $308. But it doesn't stop there. I also pulled up some information about the derivatives market, right? Because that's really important as well. As of December 2023, the notional value of the outstanding over-the-counter OTC derivatives market globally is 667 trillion. I've seen numbers as high as 1 quadrillion or 1.4 quadrillion. So that does vary depending on, this is also public markets, not even private markets. So imagine what would happen if we got a huge allocation of the derivative market that was basically living on the XRP leg. And if we were able to do that, we can see that if 25% of the derivative market, the public derivative market, wound up on the XRP ledger, you would be looking at an XRP price of $4,770. So it's not insane to think that XRP won't go into the thousands of dollars. I personally think that over the next 5 to 10 years, you are going to see hundreds of trillions of dollars going to some of the best networks possible, which is one of those is XRP, ladies and gentlemen. Insane, all right. Listen, please like the video if you've made it this far. I know you're learning something. Please like the video. It helps me get in front of more people, and we're growing the channel so amazingly thanks to all of your support. It means the world to me. We had 1,000 people yesterday and today, yesterday's live stream. The next live stream will be on Friday at 2:30 PST. I hope you can join me here live on YouTube. It was a kick, man. It was a blast, and I also gave you like 3 or 4 projects that already did a 2, 3, or 10x over the last 24 hours. So you're welcome for showing up to that chat. So check this out, Bitstamp, Bitstamp's new derivatives exchange, right? Bitstamp, one of the industry's oldest and most respected exchanges, is gearing up to launch a cutting-edge derivatives trading platform. And they're not going at it alone. The exchange has set its sights on Ripple's groundbreaking technology on the XRP ledger. Listen, guys, Bitstamp is not the only game in town. Once some of these funds and these things get set up, these derivative markets get set up, other companies will want to come in and join in, and this could lead to trillions of dollars in derivatives being exchanged over the XRP ledger. And that is what is exciting. That's what we're waiting for. And that's how we all are going to get into a place where we could be very, very wealthy. Eventually, new Ripple payment partner revealed a leading remittance company based in Australia, High Money Transfers. Let's play it. Our goal is really to enable all remittance corridors that our customers might be interested in. I'm Diane Nguyen, CEO of High Money Transfer. High Money Transfer is a remittance company helping customers to send money from Australia overseas. Our primary customers are just about anybody. Individuals who want to support their families, but also businesses who need to make payments, need to pay suppliers overseas in the remittance business. It's all about how much liquidity and how quickly your money can move. Absolutely. Ripple came along and we're able to support our flows. We were able to fund our partners in a just-in-time, just-enough manner. And what that means is funding the amount that's sufficient to cover what we need. Because of Ripple's solution, we were able to enable real-time payments for our customers. And not only has it given us speed efficiencies, but it's also given us cost efficiencies. There's that transparency that a customer can see, given it's real time. That gives us a lot of brand kudos, brand strength. Our customers respect the fact that we can deliver that service. It's very transparent. Ripple's payment services are 24/7. It allows us to make sure we've always got funding. We deal with lots and lots of corridors with all their different complexities. So working with Ripple has enabled us fast forward 3 years to having double the growth we expected. We've been able to go double the growth they expected over the last 3 years. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to that. Their business has doubled in the size, right? Imagine the people that you could bring on and hire, or you could expand, right? Other companies will look at the success that just something like this, right? The success of them over the last few years. Other companies that maybe are not working in blockchain will look at this and say, hey, I want to use this technology too, right? She just said that it makes customers' lives easier. It helps with funding and is 24/7, ladies and gentlemen. This is the future of the way value moves around the planet. But from something that was really cumbersome with lots of friction to something that was smooth, that's been a game changer for us. That has been a game changer for us. That has been a game changer for us, man. Ripple is changing lives. I'm excited. All right, so just in this Good Morning Crypto, Ripple has started following Securitize. Securitize is a leading platform for expanding investor access to exclusive private market, alternative assets from private equity to private credit and more. What have we been saying this whole video, ladies and gentlemen? This is where we are heading. This is so exciting. SBI Holdings and Franklin Templeton and XRP ETF. We'll see how that comes out. And also, this was a great list of Ripple's partnerships. It is a juicy, juicy list. Let's just take a look at some of this. Bank of Santander, one of the biggest banks in the world. Bank of Indonesia.